stretches?
So most athletes that come in, especially at the high school level, they're focusing a lot on the force. I mean, it's one of those things where they're doing Olympic lifting, they're doing the high weight back squats, deadlifts, bench press. That's a given. So as kind of we have our own private business where I know that coming in, so I tend to see more athletes lack in this because they don't understand that when you hold a 5-pound dumbbell and you move fast, they don't understand how that's going to help them get better. So if you can educate the client like, hey, if we're teaching your body stepping off a box with 5 pounds and teaching you how to land correctly, now when you go onto the court and play volleyball, your body's able to absorb your body plus 5 pounds. Now hopefully when you land, you can land correctly with good technique. It's going to prevent an injury from occurring. But again, most athletes, they want to get stronger. So here at the gym we have what's called this just jump mat where we can measure vertical jump. So I think that helps to show an athlete like, hey, you jumped 20 inches 2 months ago and now you're jumping 24. Now they kind of get the buy-in of, okay, I am getting better rather than just seeing more weight on the bar. So sometimes it's not about just putting more weight on, but moving better and then increasing that velocity component. So I would say most athletes, especially at the high school level, they have a lot of force, but they lack a lot of the speed. And a lot of it is just they don't understand how this is going to help them, possibly even more so for their sport than just putting more weight on the bar. So, but yeah, good question, because a lot of times, again, we're strength and conditioning coach, so we focus a lot on the strength, which is good, but I think we got to spend a little bit more time on the speed of the movements. And it's one of those things when you're working speed, you're going to be taking longer rest periods. So if you're doing max sprints, you're probably resting 3-4 minutes in between your sprints if you're truly training speed. And it's a little bit tough at times to tell an athlete, hey, rest for 3 minutes. And the goal is not to get super sweaty and drenched with this workout, because if you do, now you're going into more of a conditioning workout rather than a speed workout. So I think it's educating the client, educating the athlete, teaching them why you do what you do. And hopefully once they trust you and you explain the technical aspect of it, and I think you can get the buy-in for the athlete. Yeah, that's a good question. But I'd say most of them are on a little bit more towards this side. They need more of this stuff. Yeah. Anything else, guys? Cool.
Would you say during season for athletes, they're more in the bottom half, but not exactly fully on the velocity sprinting area? So, because you don't want to train them with no weight at all and always do sprints, right? So you always have to have like at least a little bit of resistance on them during season.
So the question is like in season, what happens to kind of the attributes, right? So I don't know. For me, it's like speed is one of those things where if you're not actually training it, you're going to lose it. So this is why a lot of athletes during the season, they usually stop training because they want to focus on their sport, not knowing that if you're not training with max speeds, there's a high chance that you're probably going to start pulling some hamstrings. So if that hamstring is not used to really, really high velocity type sprints, and sometimes you're not getting that with practice because you guys are, a lot of times it's more conditioning than actually speed training, that's where injuries occur. So in my opinion, I think in season, you guys spend time on both. So, I mean, hopefully in the off season, you've gotten the body fat down, you've gotten their conditioning down, and now during the season, you're spending maybe one day on working on max strength, and maybe one day you're working on speed. And that's kind of usually what we do with our baseball athletes during the season is one of our training days, we're getting them strong, we're keeping the reps below 5, and the other days, we're spending more time on using medicine balls, body weight stuff, bands and chains and things like that. So I'd say during the season, you got to get both because both will reduce the likelihood of injuries. But again, if you're not doing this stuff, that stuff will the adaptations will decrease pretty quickly, and that's how a lot of injuries with athletes occur. They usually think they did the work in the weight room in the off season. During the season, they just want to focus on the sport. But again, it's like 2 sessions a week. You should try to get in some type of heavier lifting and some type of speed with some type of movement with high velocity. Cool. All right, so we are done with this presentation, and any questions we'll kind of talk about it next time. But yeah, so thank you guys for allowing me to present.
Thank you.
Cool.